Hey everybody, welcome to our new rep and refresher for representatives. Uh-oh, your internet connection is unstable. Hopefully we're all good. So welcome. Hi, Giovanna. I see that you just joined us. We are recording this, so anybody who cannot be here live, know that you're going to receive this in the form of a YouTube to follow up. Tonight is one of those nights where we have gone 5 weeks. This is the 6th week of training. And we have talked about everything from putting in your orders to how to return items to talking to people and trying to build your orders, to being very honest about Rome is not just built in a day, that we very much have got to be consistent with our business on all arms. And what I did last week, for those of you who couldn't be with us or maybe you're brand new, we kind of went over what we were doing before, but the deal was, it was kind of, so what are you still struggling with? What is going on in the struggle at this point to make you say, I still feel like I'm not getting something right? Well, in all honesty, you're going to feel like that you are not getting something right a lot of the times in this business. Let me mute here. A lot of the times in this business, that is exactly what you're going to feel like. You're going to feel like, you know, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe this is not, that I am not cut out for this. Hi, Lillian. Thanks for joining us. Lillian, your package went out today, and I know you're just in Baltimore, so it should just take a couple of days to get to you, okay? So let me know when you get it, okay? I asked you for the homework to send me, what were you still struggling with? What were questions that maybe we touched on, but maybe you needed more information on? I'm going to tell you that tonight on the sales Zoom, I'm going to start out and show you a few products that I got to show you guys. But we're going to talk about President's Club tonight. So, you know, at 8 o'clock Eastern time and on down from there through the time zones, we're going to talk about how to make President's Club. What are the best types of actions for you to make President's Club? What do you have to do consistently to make President's Club? And, you know, what I've done, I've partnered with one of our Avon sisters, Lisa Monison, and she had a wonderful presentation that she shared with me. And I'm a firm believer that if you've got somebody who's done something right and they have a great presentation or a great YouTube video or whatever it is, I'm like, why am I going to go back and make something great? I'm like, no, I'm just going to share what somebody else made was great and then give them the kudos for it. And I know she spent a lot of time doing this, but we're kind of talk about how to do that. And hopefully some of the actions and ideas are going to be things that you're going to say, oh, well, you know what, I could do that, or I could do that with a friend, or I could do that in my neighborhood, or I could do that in my everyday life, because that truly is the key. It's not always doing what I do. It's not always doing what your leader does. Excuse me. In this business, it's about doing what fits you, finding what fits you. So if I had to give my biggest piece of advice, it would be listen to everything that comes your way, and don't rule out things because you're scared to do them, because we're always going to be scared to do things that are new. But you need to say, you know what, I think I can do that. I think I can fit that into my life. Or how about I will fit that into my life? That can be huge, huge for you to show that you can go beyond and over the expectation that you may have had for yourself in the business, okay? Most of the people who join these calls have been in 10 campaigns or less. I did make the commitment this year that I would open up these calls to everybody in case representatives wanted a refresher course on maybe they feel like their business is kind of stagnating, that yeah, okay, they sell the same thing all the time, but it's not growing. So maybe there's things that they didn't know. So up until the end of campaign 26 this year, we're going to invite everybody. By then, I feel like I've talked enough to everybody that if you ain't getting it, you better start looking somewhere else, okay? You need to be looking to blame somebody else. It's not your leader and it's not the trainers. It's what you're not getting out there and you're not doing yourself, okay? So I want to talk just a little bit. One of the things that came my way, one of the reps who was on, she's not on tonight, but she was on last week, said, you know, Molly, I really enjoyed finally getting to do an actual live Zoom call. Now that I have a new computer and internet, I can enjoy it without having to be kicked off or fade in and out. That is a booger. I get it. It was fun. You made me laugh. I tend to do that. The whole laugh thing, I don't know what it is. It's just, you know, if I can't make fun of myself, who can I make fun of? You know, can't make fun of you. You on my team, so have to make fun of me. So she says, for my homework, I will ask this. She said, I leave brochures everywhere. I go and post on Facebook all the time. At times I get frustrated because I don't think I'm doing enough, because right now I only have 2 customers. I did a small order my first campaign and a 411 order, wow, for my second, but it was a personal order for me. We're going to talk about that. Personal order for me, and to have some stuff on stock since I live close to a lake pond where spring, summer is coming, so I stocked up. I guess my question is, how do you not at times get frustrated when you seem to be doing your part and all, but no one's buying? Or how did you do it at the beginning? Any tips or ideas would be greatly appreciated. Okay, this is what I have to say to you, Laura. Number 1, personal orders can get you in trouble in this business. I'm going to start out, I'm going to say that. How do I know that? Because I did it. I did it. It's really hard right now. I have to tell you, when I first started this business, I always thought the books were wonderful. So the what's new was like Christmas every single campaign, no matter what. You just wanted one of everything. It didn't matter if you were making any money or not. You just wanted to buy it all. And then you wondered, oh, wow, well, my order was quite large, but why didn't I make any money? You didn't make any money because it was all yours. You got the discount, which is great. I love the fact that we get discounts. My suggestion as far as your personal orders is give yourself an amount that you can spend. Tell yourself what you can do. Maybe it's $25 it's good for you. Maybe it's 10, maybe it's 50, because if you say $50 retail, you know, that could be that you can spend $30 worth of products. And then, but sometimes don't make it all about you. Sometimes when you're buying stuff, think about what would you get that if you wore it out, whether it would be earrings or a necklace or a top, or something that you can take with you when you're talking to people, something that would be a conversation starter. Those are the things that you should be getting. Things that when people see it, they go, oh, wow, I love your earrings. And when you can say, oh, wow, I'm an Avon representative. These are Avon. Do you have an Avon representative? And a lot of times you're going to hear, no, I don't. Wow, I would love to be your representative. I happen to have a brochure right here with my information on it, and I would love to give this to you. And as I'm handing it to her, I normally have a little Post-it or something on the front of it, and I will say, would you mind giving me your name and number so that I can contact you before my order goes in? And then we'll see what I can get you from that brochure. And a lot of times people will say no problem, and every now and then you'll have somebody say, no, well, your info's on here, I will call you. That's okay. It's not that they don't call you. They may not call you the first time if you get their information. And even if they don't order that time, I think what's really cool is that you could contact them and say, hey, I want to make sure you get a brochure every campaign. Can I get your address so I can drop a brochure off for you? Or if you're using Campaign Mailer. We talked about that a couple of weeks back, where they will mail the brochures out if the person lives too far from you. A lot of times we start out really, really well, But what happens is we don't complete the task. We give the brochure out, but we don't ask for the information because we're scared that they might say no, that they may like, and for some reason, we all want to take it personally. You know, and look, again, when I talk to you, I'm not coming at you. I know this because I did it. I was the most personal taker person that ever Avon rep that ever was. If somebody said no, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be good at this. That was my deal. Nobody wants to buy from me. Everybody already has an Avon representative. You've got to tell yourself it's okay. People are allowed to say no. Do you realize that every single day you tell people no? You go through a mall, somebody says, would you like to sample this? Oh, let's try this hand cream. Hey, let me spray this on you. Hey, would you like to do that? And you go, oh, no, no, thank you. Do you see those salespeople falling on the floor and dying because you said no? You know, they move on to the next person. The big mistake we make in this business sometimes is that what we do is we let that stop us. We get a no or two no's or three no's. And instead of saying, this is it, I am going to keep going till I get a yes, till somebody says, yes, I am, yes, I will. Instead of going forward until we get that, we let those no's wear us down. I always say to people, did your mama and daddy never say no to you when you was little? Is that the problem? Did they always tell you yes for everything? Because if they did, that was probably a really, really big mistake on their part, because it is not always going to be yes, Cupcake, just so you know. It is not. You are going to hear some no's for real. And you are. And it's not just this business. It's any business. And it's not just business. It's life. You're going to hear no's consistently. So I would tell you, you need to follow through. Follow through. Get the information. The other thing I would tell you about Facebook, I know that you mentioned that on here, Laura, too, Facebook, is if you're Facebooking and you're just saying, hi, I'm an Avon rep now, and here's my website, and would love for you to shop my store, and that's kind of it. Like, all you got to say is, I'm an Avon rep, and here, shop with me, and you're like, I'm not getting any bites. Nobody's going. Nobody's buying from me. You're probably not using the Avon social site. The new one that Scott Kramer and their multi-brains have developed for us, where they are training us not just to get our business out there, but to share our lives out there. They are saying, share something that makes somebody want to follow you. As quirky as you guys see me on here, most of you are not my Facebook friend, or you're not following me. You should, because I'm very entertaining sometimes, very entertaining. You should be following me on Facebook. And then I have my own page that's just Onward with Molly, and I do cooking on there, and I put some Avon on there, and I put funny stuff on there. I put my granddaughter and I. And what happens is, I think people just never know what I'm going to come up with. If it's going to be a great pair of earrings that I just found through Avon, or a top I'm wearing, or something I want to talk about like the Aspira line, or am I going to give this kick butt recipe that everybody's going to want? But what happens is, they feel like you're not all about Avon. They feel like you're not all about just what can they do for you. And that's the clue here. The clue is that when you're constantly just pushing products, when you're constantly just saying, I want you to buy from me, people then, when they see your name, they want to scroll right by you. They don't even care if what you got it. It's got to be more than that. If you're using a product, let's say you're using the Skin So Soft, or, we used the example of the silicone glove, and you're using it, and you're like, wow, I used to have, like, my skin used to split, and I started using this. This stuff is amazing. You should have it. It's on sale right now in our brochure, this campaign. Here's a picture of it, and you know what? Click on the link and you can get yourself some. If you're local, contact me. I would love to get some in your hands. That's different. You are telling a part of your journey. You're telling the part, you're talking about what it did for you. Sometimes just saying that you have an Avon brochure and who'd like one, and contact me. Sometimes that can get you some people that will come on and say, yay. But more times than yes, it's going to be no. They're going to sail right by you. And sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with the fact that there are plenty of direct sales companies out there, and people have been bombarded with, whether it's Beachbody or Roden and Fields or Tupperware or 31 or Paparazzi or whatever it is that's there. They meet these people who every time you go to their page, that's all it is. Maybe you need to talk about your journey with Avon. Maybe you need to talk about the fact of why you joined Avon and what the reason you got into it, that you were looking to maybe add to your retirement, or maybe your hours got cut back, so you became a representative. So, you're searching for people who love the Avon products or haven't seen a brochure. When you get down and personal and tell people why you're doing something you do, sometimes that can make people pay attention, and then they feel like they're supporting you, okay? But remember, even if you get one customer, you can't feel as though, okay, now I got that customer, she's gonna buy from me every campaign. That's most of the time not gonna happen, and you're gonna see that tonight on the sales Zoom if you join us at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, okay? We're gonna show you some of the biggest mistakes that people make going towards President's Club. So Laura, I would say Facebook. If you're not part of the Avon Social, you need to. You need to be part of the social selling with Scott Kramer. He's got all his webinars saved that he had. Go watch them. Make sure that on your phone or whatever that you are clued into the Avon Social, where you have to join it through your Facebook, and you can post to Twitter or Pinterest or or Facebook or your Facebook business page or whatever it is that you have. That's not the do-all end of everything. It's an added thing, and the more you do it, the better you get at it, like anything else. As far as carrying stock, be careful with that, Laura. We are a company that, because we're able to place orders every 2 weeks, I don't feel like there's a lot of reason to carry a lot of stock. If you were like, we're in a populated area where there's bugs all the time, and you wanted to keep 2 or 3 bug sprays on hand so that if you heard somebody asking for it or they needed it, you're like, oh, I have it, I can sell that to them. Or maybe a Skin So Soft or a spray bottle of Skin So Soft. But if you're keeping a bunch of mascaras on hand, if you're keeping a bunch of lotions on hand, if you don't have customers right now, how do you know what your customers like? So what kind of stock are you keeping if you don't have customers who could be coming back to you for that repeat sale? Stock is something that, yes, I do keep some of now. I used to keep a lot more because I did events all the time. And I always had, 5 Skin So Soft, 10 bug sprays, mascaras, whatever the new thing was to show. Yes, I did. But I was doing big events, and I was doing them every weekend. And I did community yard sales where I was looking for customers, and I had brochures and things like that. So I think for something like that, it's different. If you're going to invest in something like that, you do that. You find out where the best places are, where the best turnouts are. Churches have yard sales that they let people get tables for $5, $10, whatever it is. That's it. But do not get in trouble and have all this stock, because we are so lucky in the Avon world. We don't have to have stock on hand. Most of the time when somebody's communicating with you, you're saying, you know what, in 5 days, I'll be placing my order. It'll take me a few days to get it back. So you know what, you're going to have this order back to you within the next 10 days to 2 weeks, whatever it may be, maybe 7 to 10 days, whenever you know that you're getting to them. And customers are okay with that. And if they want it sooner than that, if they go to your e-store and order it, and remember, when you can give them welcome 10 for their one-time only use, they can save 10%. And if the order is over $40, they're going to get free shipping. This month, I just saw on the e-news, if you haven't read it, that people are going to be able to get free shipping for $25 orders. I haven't read the whole thing yet. I'll be posting that in the Team Onward group. And again, with that being said, if you're on the call and you're not a part of the Team Onward group, you need to get on Facebook and you need to click yes. You need to say, I want to be there. This is where we post everything that's going on with the team. When for whatever reason you can't like get on the calls, that you're not reading your emails. But you know what? If you're scrolling through Facebook or whatever it is, if you hit that Team Onward page, you can say, okay, what's Molly posted today that I need to know about that's important? Today I sent out the recruiting, the team building incentive for $100 gift card. So, and I know a lot of you are new on here, but you're not too new to build a team. You're not too new to share this with somebody that you know. What you have to do is listen to the people around you. Oh, wow, I really don't have the money for that. Oh, wow, I wish I had something to do with my time on board. Wow, I wish my husband didn't have to work so much and I could contribute somehow. There are ways to say, I've got an opportunity for you, that if you know people, the people in your phone, the people on your Facebook, whatever it is, you can do this. You can do this. And when you listen to them and say, come join my team, we have so much fun. We can do this together. I'm new too, but would love to see you earn the money that you're looking to earn. And I think this is a way that you can do it and do it around your life and not worry about changing a lot. We're all here, myself, the leader that you joined under, if it wasn't directly under me. We are all here to help you mentor those people. But how amazing would it be that between campaign 7 and campaign 13, if you have 3 people, and I believe it's 7 campaigns, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 7 campaigns, 14 weeks. If you have 3 people join your team and in their first or second order, they place a $150 order or more and pay for it, you have the opportunity for an entry for this $100 gift card. I mean, who wouldn't like a $100 gift card? And then anybody you bring on after that, number 4, number 5, number 6, for everyone after the first 3, you're going to get 2 entries. So if you think you could use an extra $100 or a chance to earn that, it only takes 1 entry to win, but your chance is definitely double, triple, quadruple if you've done more than what's required to get into it. So think about that also. Okay, so the next thing that we heard about was, this was from Donna. Donna said, I love the meeting. I've been using your ideas from the meetings, having a drawing this campaign with any customer ordering $25 or more. For those of you who it's your first call, I have stickers that I put on every single book I give out that says, place an order of $25 or more to be in my free drawing for free Avon products. And I normally give them something that's probably coming from the What's New book. I try to do it for something that everybody would like, whether it's something that's a gift set, it might be a piece of jewelry, and maybe, you know, one of the great new sample sets that we have now that we'll talk about at the sales meeting. And she's been using that because, you know, every time a customer, if they place a $50 order, they get 2 entries. Again, I have been raffling stuff off for my customers to them for years now. And it helps because when they're at $48, I'll call them and go, hey, isn't there anything else you want? You're $2 away from another entry for this prize that is worth at least $20. And that's retail. But for me, I'm probably going to pay, what, $11 for it? But think about this. If I had 15 customers who did that, pays for itself and more. It really, really does. So, and I don't tell them what it's going to be. That's my choice. So she's been using that. She says, reached out to many people randomly, dropping off brochures at home and neighborhoods. But she says, I haven't received any customers from doing that. She said, I have many customers at work, share brochures at doctor's offices, salons, and even when selling online yard sales, blah, blah, blah. Which other ways are there to reach out for people? Again, you're going to see this. You're going to see more of what you can do at the sales call tonight where we're talking about making President's Club. Donna, you know, I always say that if you're tossing brochures, or if you're going and you're dropping them off like at a townhouse community or something. When we're dropping things off without talking to people, I always call them added wins, because when I first started my business, I tossed old brochures all the time. I'd have 2 brochures back, 3 brochures back, have all these brochures left, get them ready, no dates on them, just my information, and I would put them in the clear literature bags, and I would go toss them into neighborhood driveways and hope that I would get some bites. I have to tell you, sometimes I would do it, I would get 3 or 4 bites. Sometimes I would do it and I would get 1 bite. Sometimes I would do it and I would get nothing. Here was the key to my thought in that. I have nothing else to do with my old brochures. So I'm going to get them the quickest way I have. I'm going to get them in the hands of people. Were most of them thrown away? Absolutely. But better somebody else throw them away than I throw them away. If I'm throwing them away, nobody's going to see them. But it only takes one person to pick that book up and order from you, and that could lead to referrals for you. It could lead to so many different customer ways. You could ask somebody, when you find out from talking to them that they work somewhere, you could say, hey, can I give you an extra book or 2 to take into work? And if anybody orders from me through you, or you send me an order from them, then I want you to know that I will give you 10% in Avon dollars. I use Avon dollars. Trying to think. I think I have that in here. Again, if somebody wants this that I'm getting ready to show you, if I can locate it here, I'm sure it's in here because I just used them last week. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So this is Avon dollars for my helpers. These are Avon dollars. It says Avon dollars. It says presented to the person. It says how much is it? How much is it for? And let's say that somebody gives me an extra order besides their own. Kane, go. Hold on one second. My doggy wants to. Kane, go. Come on, go. Sorry, he was trapped. If somebody placed a $40 order for me from somebody at their work, then they would earn 10% on that. So I would fill out one of these, and I would put $4, who the customer was up here and what campaign they earned it in, and I would give this to them when I delivered the order. And then when they place their next order with me, they could use that on their next order with me. Think about it. Can you imagine? I have a couple of helpers now who sometimes they bring me 3, 4, 5 orders at a time. They may earn $11 in Avon dollars through me that I will have to apply to their next order. But that means that they bought me $110 worth of orders besides their own. I mean, it helps you build your sales, which isn't that what we're looking for. They don't want to be a representative. They don't want you to be a representative, but they love their Avon so much, they'd love to make added money off of their orders. So I did these up in the homework where you guys can send me. Again, most of you that are on the call know, molly7720@gmail.com. If you write me and you ask me for the Avon dollars, for the Avon dollars, I will absolutely send those to you. So, and they don't need to be personalized. You just, this is what they look like on the white paper. I always put them on green paper because it looks like money. But you know what? When I first started, everything went on white paper because it was cheaper. But you give that to them, and if you offer that to somebody, and I always say it always has to be, the order has to be at least $10 or more from that person, so it's $1 or more that they're earning. It's before tax, it's before our handling fee, it's before all of that. But when you get to know your customers, again, personal experience, find out what people are doing, where they work, and if you say you can earn Avon dollars to help get free Avon, they're going to love that. Sure, they'll take books and share them and take the orders, and then they're responsible for getting the payments, bringing them to you. And they take the orders in and give it to the people, which is great. And they have just earned some Avon bucks to spend on their Avon. So it's another way, something that you can offer people. So when you're dropping things off at doctor's offices and things like that, which by the way, I still do to date, always have the books ready for me, always talking to people. This month and next month, I'm all about talking to people in person. And if they're interested in Avon, I offer them a sample packet also. My sample packet has a Skin So Soft sample in it, a perfume, a men's cologne, a lipstick, and a skincare sample. I normally drop a little piece of candy in there, whether it be a Reese's miniature when it's not hot outside, or a piece of hard candy to make it look good with a little recruiting flyer, which a lot of you already have. Again, just in a little dollar store Ziploc little baggy thingy where they can see everything clear. I mean, you get like 25 to a pack for like $1 or $1.25. Easy enough. You have to keep doing things. You can't say, well, I've gone into this neighborhood and I tried it and I got nothing. Don't go back into the same neighborhood right then if you didn't get anything. Go to a different neighborhood. Go back, revisit that neighborhood in a couple of months. Maybe somebody's husband picked it up and threw it away. Maybe they took it off the door and threw it away. But we have to be consistent with constantly doing those things. If you're getting 30, 50 extra brochures a campaign besides what you need for your customers, then know what you're going to do with them within that campaign or the next campaign. Know where you want to go. Keep track. Remember, this is your business. You need to know where you've gone. You have got to be the person to step out of your comfort zone, and you must ask people, can I have your name and number? Please, would love to text you. Don't say you want to call them. Say, so that I can text you when my order goes in, so that you're aware, want to make sure you get what you want. If you make it all about them and it's not all about you, a lot of times they say yes a lot quicker than they'll say no. But I promise you, you'll still get no's no matter what. So Donna, thank you for that. Really, really good questions. Let's see here. Amy, let's see. Dear Molly, thank you for the webinar. Again, we're dealing with the same thing. I'm having problems getting customers. I've walked around the neighborhood, passed out approximately 25. I leave one or more everywhere I go. I message people on Facebook. Today alone, I messaged 38 people. Well, my question to you would be, when you're messaging them, what are you saying? What are you saying, Amy? Is it all about you? Is it all about you making that next sale? Are you just being informative? Or are you reading people's posts like, wow, it's wintertime out there. My skin is so dry. I mean, I can't stand it. No matter what I use, it doesn't help. And you see that if you're going to message them, I would say, hey, I saw your post. Boy, this winter weather can definitely be crazy. I hate it. Or maybe they're talking about their kids. But we have this great stuff, silicone glove. I'm telling you, if nothing else has worked, you ought to give it a shot. And right now, I can get it on sale for you or you can get it at my e-store here. And if you do decide to do it, let me know how it goes for you. I'd really love to use you as a review if you really like this product, what you thought about it. Again, we have to think about how we're communicating with people. It seems that when we're starting a business, again, it's all about what we want. We just want people to buy from us, and we don't understand they will. And that's because we become annoying to people. If we are out there just slamming stuff around, not having real conversations, not paying attention. What about the times you hear somebody say, oh my gosh, I couldn't sleep last night. It was horrible, like I was up every hour. That is my cue to say, restful sleep, restful sleep. I got something for you. And I am immediately on it like, oh, wow, I was suffering with nights like you were. This stuff is great. Even though it says that you can take 2, I only took 1. It worked for me. Or how about, I am so stressed in my job. My boss is this. My kids are driving me crazy. We're so busy posting. I hope you get what I'm saying. we're so busy posting about what we want from people that if we took the time to listen to people, to read what they wrote, the whole 9 yards, we have a remedy for a lot. Even with gardening and table setting or things, or if you get this, wow, can you imagine this on your table? You're not saying, hey, buy for me. Wow, look at this new pattern Avon has. Can you imagine this on your table for summer or whatever it may be? And the truth of the matter is, people suddenly, because you're just sharing something instead of expecting something from them, sometimes they receive it a lot better. They'll look at it. They're not so defensive, and they just don't want another salesperson in their life. Again, no matter what anybody tells you, this is a relationship business. And just like I tried to have this relationship with you to say, hey, let's talk about how to do this a little bit better, it's the same scenario. Be ready, be prepared. Your nose, don't worry about the nose. Don't worry about the nose. Psh, the nose make you stronger. Psh, the nose make you go forward. The nose tell you that you're one more person closer to your yes. Don't let people put you down for what you're doing. Why? Because it's not their thing, because they don't want to step out of their comfort zone and do anything different. They complain about where they're at. They complain about being stuck. They complain about what they don't like, but you're out there trying to help people. You're trying to change your life. You're not just sitting on the couch, I hope, dealing with your life and saying, I don't know if this is ever going to go anywhere. I'm going to be real with you. It's not going to go anywhere if you don't take it anywhere. You must get up off the couch and decide what you're going to do with this. I would love to tell you that in 6 months you can have a massive online sales business, but I have to tell you, if I had to depend just on my own sales line business right now, that would not support and pay my mortgage, okay? It would not. It's just that simple. It's not something that I spent a lot of time with in the beginning. I do now because Avon's offering more for it. I love the fact that so many people now, almost 14 years later, are purchasing from me online. But it's a relationship business first. And by the way, a relationship business with people that when somebody that's not your friend says to somebody who is your friend on Facebook, wow, I used to get that bug spray that Avon has. Does anybody know an Avon representative? And if you had been that great person who they're going to go, oh yeah, such and such, Laura, Donna, whatever it may be, Janae, Brenda, they're going to go, can you help my friend here out? I have had so many people do that because when they say, you know, I'm looking for Skin So Soft, and, you know, but I don't have an Avon representative. And people need to know that you're branded to say, that's what she does. That's her business. She does this. She enjoys it. She's great. Not watch out for her. She's annoying. She's annoying. You don't want to be her friend. I'm not going to turn that person on to her. You don't want to be that person. So think of it as a relationship business and think about the things on Facebook and in real life that annoy you. And no, you don't want to be that person. That would be what I would say for that. Okay, so let's see here. So the week before last, Miss Lillian got the business booster package. And who was the winner this past week? Hold on one second. Week 5. Let me look here because I have it marked down on my list here. Da, 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 da. Giovanna, hey, Giovanna, you're on tonight. Giovanna, you won the Business Builder Booster. Yay! Congratulations for being on the call. Yay, 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 yay. So what's coming with that? Brochures is coming with that. Clear literature bags are coming with that. You are going to get customer order forms. You're going to get receipt books. You're going to get a button to wear. You're going to, gosh, what else are you getting? You're going to get a cover for your brochures to protect them. You're going to get a cover for your order book so that you are going to get stuff that's really going to help you organize your business. That's what we hope. You're going to get a nice little thing on there explaining each thing, and hopefully it's really, really going to help you take your business forward. I know everybody has been happy with this business booster since I started giving them out. We give one away every week. We pick a raffle of who has who has attended these live. And eventually I'm going to have to do it with people who aren't live too. But right now we have more than enough people to do it live. And hopefully you guys will take this and you won't take the packet and just put it aside. You want to take it and you want to put it to work. You want to take it and you want to say, man, I do not. Go ahead, King. Go ahead, King. King, go with Daddy. Go outside. Go ahead. All right. It's a dog world, guys. Dog world. So you'll use these, and the great thing is, it's not that any of this stuff is massively expensive, but you're taking your time, hopefully, to learn how to build your business and to also feel like you're not alone in this, and that everybody, as you can see. Do you want to know what's really weird about these that I got? This is what's really great. Yeah, hi Sharon, I didn't know you were on here. Glad you're on here, my friend. What's really great is, did you notice in the ones that I read, did you notice all these people have the same issues as everybody? Do you realize that everybody's like, but I'm not getting customers that quickly? Neither did I. I went from having 1 customer to having 3 customers to staying at 7 for a while, and me saying, what am I going to do? I decided I had to put everything into practice, absolutely everything into practice with my business, and that's what I did. And I don't want to hear anybody's excuses about you can't. I'm not the girl who's going to take excuses here. That's the truth. Because I had 2 jobs when I first started this, and I was a single mom when I started this and was raising 2 boys. And I wanted to sell a lot of Avon because I wasn't interested in being a leader right away. But then when I had a small team to mentor, and now it's a team that is a lot bigger than small. But my point is, yes, you can, but I can't make you do it. And by the way, I don't want to. There's a lot of leaders you'll meet who they will be like, I just want somebody to do what they need to do. Yeah, as a leader, you kind of feel like you wish everybody would get it and everybody would embrace it and everybody would do something with it. But the truth is, I can't control that. I can do this. I can help you out. I can let you know you're not alone. I can let you know that we're here to help you. But if you don't get out there every single day and do the work, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. You're going to say, oh no, I'm not good at this. And the truth of the matter is, it's not that this business is so hard. The problem is the consistency of doing what you should do every single day. If the business is really important, rather you say, I want to reach out to 3 people a day, 5 days a week. I want to reach out to 5 people a day, 5 days a week. I want to build my business by 3 customers every single campaign. That means keep the 4 customers you have and find 3 new ones. And if you did that, even if you said, I want 2 customers, it's a 2-week campaign. If you're doing these things, you can absolutely find 2 customers, but you've got to be willing to do the follow-up, and you've got to be willing to invest enough to get the brochures, to get out there and talk to people, to, when you get demos, wear those demos aren't doing you any good staying in the Avon box. Oh yeah, I got those new earrings. I got them. They so awesome. I have them, but nobody ever sees you wearing them. Are you putting them on? Are you showing them on Facebook? Are you letting people see exactly how amazing these products are? I mean, in this day and age now, am so thrilled at the products that Avon's come out with, that whether it's for plus size women or whether it's for people who are very much into the older Avon scents or maybe the newer Avon scents, high-heeled shoes, low-heeled shoes, sexy clothes, conservative clothes. I mean, whatever it is, Avon has it. Lotions for different things, makeups for different people, contouring for different people. There just isn't anything that they don't give. We're the only company I know who gives us so many choices. So I would say the choices are massive, but we have to get the brochures out there and share the products with people. invest in a few samples, not massive samples, a few samples, and something that you believe in, something that you would talk about. Is it the, do you know what you use for skincare? I find that one of the biggest problems in this business is if you're not using the products and you're trying to pimp the products, it's not going to work if you don't find something. Look, I don't wear Avon perfumes. I just don't. I'm very sensitive. I'm still 14 years later, I haven't found one that Avon makes that I really like. There's a couple that the Mark line is put out. But the point is, I know, I've educated myself on the perfumes. I know what they smell like. I know which one is flowery, which one is oriental. I know which one is more musky than anything else. I know that if a customer asks, I know what to say. Hey, you need to try this. Let me get you samples of that. Are you wearing the lipstick? Are you wearing the makeup? Are you wearing the jewelry? Are you buying that top and wearing that top and promoting that top? Are you wearing those shoes that are absolutely adorable? We are a company that we have we're not just makeup. It's not just about, oh, let's do this new makeup look today. You can have your look, use their makeup, but you can promote the earrings. I am an earring fanatic. There ain't many earrings that Avon's put out that I don't have. Very few. If I'm going to invest, I'm going to do that. But now they have this new clothesline. And now I am like so ate up with the clothesline. I just love it. I love wearing them. They make me feel good about myself. The colors are amazing. Everything mixes and matches. You're going to see some of that on the sales call at 8 o'clock tonight. I have to tell you, it's about getting excited about what you're sharing. Because if you're not excited and you're not promoting it, why should people stop by your store? It's up to you. You can have parties. Not everybody does. It's not required. But I get to thinking, why is it that everybody back in the day with Avon did so well? Because they were always showing and stopping by and saying, hey, look at this color of this lipstick. I noticed you like reds. Have you seen that? Or, oh, I noticed that your nails are always done. Let me show you some of the latest colors. They have nail wheels that you can put the color on so people can see what it looks like. I mean, guys, have you looked at the business tools? They have so much for us. JP and the Beauty Business Experience on Facebook actually sells them, does them all up with all the colors, and he actually sells them so that you can buy them already done and show your customers. Not that you can do it yourself. That you can buy the nail wheels where you can paint them. But the point is, what are you doing? You're waiting for Avon to build your business, and they've given you all the tools to build it, but it's up to you to do it. So what I want to do right now is there anybody who has any questions who's on here and you were like, you know what, Molly, you didn't cover this. You didn't cover that. Oh, and by the way, if anybody follows Lupe, that daggone necklace on, girl, let me tell you, she was rocking it. We gave some jewelry away, and she posted a picture to me of that necklace, and it was absolutely, I thought it looked good in the box, but I gotta tell you, girl, it looked awesome on. It looked awesome on. So that is wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely amazing, beautiful picture.
Thank you.
Yes, beautiful. Did you share that in Onward, by the way?
Did I what?
Did you share that picture in Onward?
I shared it on my Facebook page and on my personal page.
Oh, good.
And Instagram and Snapchat.
I like it. That's good. That's perfect. That's perfect. And I have to tell you, me being an Avon rep, when Lupe did that, I mean, she sent it to me, which I loved because I had sent it to her. But what I loved is I thought to myself, if I had just looked at that picture and I loved jewelry, I got to tell you, I would have wanted that necklace. I think it looks fabulous in the book, but seeing her with that necklace on in that picture, I thought, oh my goodness, this is what all the reps need to be doing. They need to be sharing and showing, not just sharing the brochure with some model on there we got no connection with, but when you're sharing with people who you have a connection with, or they know somebody who's like, oh, this looks exactly like her. Or how about, oh, I need to get this for my friend because that's the style she wears. It's perfect. So what you're doing, Lupe, is huge. Huge. So keep at it. You may not be getting any sales yet from it, but the more you do it, the more people are going to be watching what you're doing. So fabulous on that. Good job. Okay, anybody else have anything? Look, if I can let you go a half an hour earlier, that is amazing, and it's good for you because you can like cook dinner, do your thing, spend time with your kids. And if you have more questions, feel free. Email, text your leader, text me, get in the Onward group, share what you're having a struggle with, share what you feel like isn't working, or if you're looking for new ideas. There is nobody better to get ideas from than people who are doing what you do with the products that you're doing it with. A real big place to do that where you'll get like 1,000 answers for each question you ask would be the Onward No Matter What group, which I love because it's my group for all reps globally. But sometimes you ask a question and you have to say eeny, meeny, miny, mo in that group and see what exactly is the right one. Before our Team Onward is great. It's secluded. Nobody's going to judge you. We all in the same boat. And I think what's really great is some of the people who are on here tonight, you all communicate with me all the time anyways, which is good. So when you have a problem, you're always reaching out to your leader or to me. So next week, we'll kind of be starting over. So if you came in on the middle of this, you may want to join. You all have learned from watching me. It's never the same thing twice with me, ever. Ever, just so you know, we go off on these squirrel moments all the time. But we will be starting back on the basics again. We've got this weaned down now to 5 weeks, and the 6th week being answering the Q&As that come in and kind of really looking at what the struggle is after 5 or 6 campaigns, okay? So I hope you'll try to take place in the incentive, start building yourself a team, turning people on to the opportunity, keep building the sales. Probably in the next couple of campaigns, we'll have an incentive that's going to be just based on sales, probably for a huge product bundle. And we haven't decided yet what we're going to do because new reps, old reps, how we're going to do that. But we're going to do something. I just don't know what we're going to do yet. So watch that. Remember that you are invited to this every time. Everybody's going to get an invite every single week to this. You can pick it up when you want to. You can say, I'm bored, I'm going to go listen to Miley. You can say, I'm struggling, let me go do this. Whatever it may be, we're here for you. We're going to keep doing this at least until the end of the year to see if it makes any impact. I'm watching you. Your leaders are watching you. We're here for you. Hopefully you can join us in about an hour for the sales. I have got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably have about 10 things that I want to share you and show to you. There's 3 or 4 things that I'm going to be raffling off for whoever is on there live. But I want to show you some of this stuff close up and in person because it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm impressed myself with how it is. So thank you for joining me. You'll get an invite for next week. If you need us, reach out to us. And Giovanna and, well, Lillian, yours is already in the mail. Yours is coming. So you should get that in the next couple of days. Enjoy yourselves. Love you guys. And let us know if there's anything else you want. Okay? Bye-bye.